So welcome everybody. Welcome to this meeting, which is all about integrating positivity. And during this session, I'm going to share with you some tools and insights to embrace positivity in your life and cultivate lasting change. So here is a beautiful quote that an anonymous inspirational speaker said: "Positivity is a choice that transforms our lives and nurtures our souls." So let's talk a bit about this positivity. What does this positivity really means? Because we hear many things like these terms of positivity and negativity. And it seems there are two forces which are opposite each other. But actually, if we really tune in into life and really check life without the interpretation of our human mind, without the interpretation of our conditioning, of the stories of life, of whatever beliefs we created, then life is just naturally positive in a way that brings a positive feeling inside of us. So if we remove all these distortions of our mind, all these likes and dislikes, and we really come into this present moment and we open up all of our senses and we are really able to feel what is around us, we'll only find beauty, joy, happiness, and love. So then what changes this reality is our interpretation, how we receive what is coming from life towards us, how we receive it, how we make meaning out of it. And of course, this only depends on our mind, on the beliefs that we have created into our life, where we put our attention, because of course, where we put our attention, this will become our reality. And then this is a reality that we'll experience in life. And I had a very powerful experience a few days ago. I was into a Native American ritual, which is called Vision Quest. I was in the mountain alone, without food, without water for 4 days and 4 nights. And it was really cold at night. So the first night that I arrived in the mountain, it was really, really, really cold. So at the time, I was feeling all this cold into my body. I couldn't deny that it was cold, so the experience wasn't that pleasant. But at the same time, I opened my eyes and I started looking to the sky, and it was a beautiful sky, a beautiful moon, full of stars. And somehow my attention got really attuned into the sky, into the stars, into the moon. And it was really a magical experience. And for a few hours, I forgot completely about the cold, because my attention was fully immersed with another experience, which was still there. The cold was there, the stars were there, the moon was there. All these experiences were there at the same time. But my attention was fully absorbed into another experience. Then this became my experience at the time. So this really told me at the time how powerful is our attention. In the field full of possibilities, into a field full of realities and full of potential, how our attention plays a role in what we experience. And then this totally becomes our reality, while everything still exists out there. So that's how powerful our attention is. And into our meeting, we'll give some food, some conscious food to this attention, to learn to bring this attention into the right experiences. So then we can start having the experience that we really want to have in life. But before moving a bit further, let's have a look with what we're going to experience today into our journey. So we're going to touch a bit this notion of positivity and why it's important to integrate it, and what does it really mean to integrate positivity, and why our mind highlights negativity, because this is a very beautiful and powerful experience of our mind to highlight the negative experiences of life. Then how we can harmonize the conditioned negativity. So how can we balance this? Then we're going to see and touch a bit into a much more meditative space, this ability of us to integrate positivity and how to move into the bright side of life, which actually is the natural side of life. Then we'll have a bit of time for questions and sharings. So let's touch a bit this notion of positivity and why to integrate it. Because most of you, as I know, you are already engaged into a therapeutic path, into a meditative path, into a self-development path. And you have seen that many times we focus on integrating the negative experience of life, the traumatic experiences of life. And we don't give that much attention to the positivity that we have experienced in life. Even when our mind, our attention goes to our parents or to our ex-partners or to whatever in the past, our mind is usually occupied with the negative experiences we had there, with the traumatic experiences that we had with our parents or with other people in our life. But the truth is that we have had also many, many beautiful experiences with our parents also, and with our ex-partners, or in general in life. And this I learned very, very powerfully when I was preparing the flower essence, which is called Integrating Positivity, from a beautiful orchid flower. And this flower really guided me deep, deep, deep inside my being. And suddenly it will start bringing into the surface all the positive experiences that I had into my life. So slowly, slowly, all these experiences where I felt love were coming into my awareness. Love through my father, love from my mother, love from my friends, love from our colleagues, happy moments with my friends, and all sorts of beautiful, beautiful moments of life. And I was really, really becoming aware of how I have been ignoring these experiences. So why these experiences were not perceived as significant from my mind, from my unconscious? Why they were buried somewhere into the unconscious? So while giving some importance to them, then I started really meeting myself into my true nature. Because what happens when you feel loved? What happens when you feel recognized? What happens when you feel appreciated? What happens when you feel free, carefree, joyful, and happy? This is something very significant that happens there. When you feel like that, directly you are in touch with your true nature, with your true self. This is a gate that opens up your connection with your true self. So if you truly would give a moment to really go back in time and to touch all these beautiful and loving experiences that you had into your life, you start truly finding out that in those moments, you were really feeling this beautiful connection with your true self. At those moments, you had really this possibility to be in touch with your potential. At that time, life was beautiful. At the time, you were feeling completely free. At the time, you were completely able to enjoy life. So who were you at that time? What was your perspective about life at the time? What was your perspective about others and life and yourself? So why we forget all these moments? Why this conditioned mind wants only to highlight the traumatic experiences. And of course, there is a reason for that. And this reason is because they are actually, okay, before going to the reason, let's check why it's good to integrate and focus on the positivity of life. Because when we are there, as we shared before, this strengthens also the immune system, because also science and many other researchers have shown that when you feel happy, joyful, and full of positive emotions, your immune system is much more stronger, and you can deal also with anything that can happen to your life. This in itself brings a positive state of being, improves the way that we face our life. It brings better relationships. It brings clarity, helps us see solutions when we are completely confused, and helps to connect with our true self and access to our qualities, gifts, and talents. So then, why the mind highlights the negative experience of life? First is the survival instinct that we have. So our brains somehow are wired to prioritize negative experiences as a survival mechanism. So somehow our mind wants to check of what is there negative, what can be avoided, how we can survive, how we can avoid a negative experience, how we can avoid extinction. So then somehow our mind is conditioned to check in life, where is the problem, where is the negativity, where is the threat. So this is one key, that one of this why. And another one is that we have a distorted interpretation sometimes. We tend to make an interpretation of the experience through our filters of beliefs and emotions that were attached at the moment. So when an experience comes at you and at the time you are filled with negative emotions, let's say like anger or fear or jealousy or envy, whatever happens at the time into your life, you'll have a totally different interpretation of it. So when you are angry, let's say, which is a very simple example, and somebody says to you, I love you, then you are not really open to receive that. Even the love, you are not open to receive when you are angry or when you are full of fear. So then the emotion is filtering the experience of the moment. And then you are having a total different interpretation to what's happening. And another thing is the social conditioning. So as we see, society often emphasizes into negative experiences, whether through media, conversations, or cultural narratives. So we see around into all this media, all the time they talk about war, about something negative that happened, about somebody that killed somebody, but they never talk about something beautiful that happened in life. They don't talk about so many people that are making so many positive changes in life. They are never highlighting people that are enlightened masters that are really having with them thousands of people and helping them to get enlightened and to move into a more positive way into their lives. So all of this somehow is infusing our mind into a negative direction, let's say focusing on what is going wrong with life rather than what is already beautiful in life. So how we can bring a bit of balance into it? And the way to harmonize this conditioned negativity, there are a few steps that we can do in order to harmonize them. So we have this survival instinct. We can harmonize it by focusing on the positivity around us, because as we said, yes, we have this survival instinct, but yet at the same time, there are many positive things that are happening around us. And then rather than focusing on the negative experience or into the fear, focus into the positive outcome, visualize a positive outcome. So let's say that something is bothering you, something is happening into your life. And your mind at the time will be occupied with what is going wrong, with a problem, let's say. Oh, I'm having this problem, I'm having this problem, I'm dealing with this one, this is happening to me, this is happening to me, etc., etc., etc. I don't want that. I don't want that. That's what the mind says. But if you shift it around, and rather than being occupied with it, you start visualizing what would be a positive outcome that you would like to have in your life. So let's try that. So focus into a difficulty that you may be having right now into your life. Whatever it may be, just pick something. And notice what's happening into your mind now that you are focusing onto the negative experience, into the problem, let's say. Your mind is occupied with the problem. There is a set of emotions which are coming together with the problem. So now, rather than feeding that, just shift it around and start noticing how would you like this situation to be? What would be a positive outcome of this situation? How would you look like when the situation would come into this harmonized state? How do you feel like when the situation would come into this balance? What kind of emotions you would have inside of you? Now allow your being to show you what are the steps that can lead you there. Yes. With what qualities you need to be connected in order to move into this direction. So in this moment, then you allow yourself to have in front of you the positive outcome, the direction that you want to have in life. And then you allow your being to create the steps that lead you there. From practical steps, but also inner steps, which may be a shift into your awareness, which may be a shift into your state of being, a shift into the way that you perceive yourself, others, or life. Very good. So as you settle slowly, slowly into this space and you open up into a different direction, then let's start dealing a bit with this distorted interpretation of our mind. So as we said, the distorted interpretation comes through the filter of reality, through the emotions, through the negative emotions, and through the limited beliefs. So how can we deal with this? Step number one is to detach ourselves from any beliefs and negative emotions at the time. So how you detach yourself from that. You detach yourself from that by coming back into the watching state. So rather than being occupied with what is happening through your emotions, through the interpretation of the mind, you start coming back with this question: who is watching what's happening? Who is watching these emotions? Who is watching this limitation? So this question will bring you back into the watching state and will create a distance from whatever emotions are there. Because when the emotions are intense, let's say usually anger or fear can be a very intense emotion. And when these emotions are there, it's the only game in town. They are so intense, they want to occupy all the space. So when you make this question, who is watching this? This brings you back into the watching state. Because the only answer that can come with this question is by experience. Your attention gets to come back into the watching state. And once you are into the watching state and you reconnect from this space with whatever is your experience at that moment, then you start filtering your experience from this fresh perspective of the now. So this is the beauty of being into the watching state and into the now. Because in the time, your perception is not occupied from the filters of the past, is not occupied from the belief systems of the past, but is free here, now, and is able to perceive the reality and the experience for what it really is into the present moment. So this is a very, very beautiful, let's say, practice to keep also into your day-to-day moments as you move in life. Whatever is happening into your life, even in the marketplace, even into your work, you can do that practice. Like, make a step back, ask yourself, who is watching that? Come back into the watching space and then reconnect from the watching space with the situation. And then notice the difference into the perspective of the situation. Then get to be positioned from this pure space. And this may change many, many things. And then about how we deal with this social conditioning, just stop watching the negative media. Try to learn about positive things that are happening around you. And just start following inspiring positive people. Have positive people around you. That's the best way to deal with it. Start surrounding yourself with people that are aligned with your mindset, with people that are moving into a positive direction to their life. Just have around you this type of people. So with that, we just brought a bit of clarity into some things. So what I would like to do now, I would like to guide you into a meditation where we'll open up the space through which we can start really bringing our awareness into the positive experiences of our life, start integrating them, and then start bringing them into our daily life. And from that moment to open the bridge from where we can really enter into the moment by moment life with this pure space, with this pure aligned awareness. So we can start overcoming any difficulty that may arise into our path and start really keeping the connection with the vibrancy of life, with the beauty of life, because it is also there. And this is the fundamental energy which creates life. So if you'd like, just allow yourself to take a comfortable position. And close your eyes. Just allowing, just allowing yourself for a moment to be connected with your body. Just feeling the shape of your body. And any sensations which may be present in this moment in your body. Allow yourself to become aware of any emotions that may be present in this moment. Pleasant or unpleasant emotions. Allow yourself to become aware of any thoughts that may be present. And in a very, very simple way, allow yourself to feel all those sensations and emotions and thoughts becoming like small, small, small particles and evaporate completely, completely, completely into the space, just evaporating. You feel all of your being becoming totally transparent. You feel a beautiful sphere of light around you. And you also feel the space into your room becoming full of light. The walls, the ceiling, the roof, the floor, full of light. And you remain just as a ray of light. And as this ray of light that you are, being held into the sphere of light, now you allow your being to start moving deep, deep within yourself. And you allow this sphere of light to make a stop into the very, very first experiences of your life when you received love. Even in those experiences you may not remember, maybe when your parents held you into their hands when you got born, like receiving and feeling this love, this admiration, this joy. Maybe you don't remember it consciously, but you felt it, your body felt it, your being felt it. So really allowing, yes, allowing this to come to the surface. Allowing your being to feel it. Allowing your being to open up, to open up. Allowing your being to recall all those beautiful moments that you received love from your parents, joyful moments, carefree moments. Just open up, open up. Really allow yourself, give yourself the freedom to recall all these moments, allowing them to come into the surface. Yes, and feel this natural connection that you had with yourself at those moments. Yes, this natural self esteem, this natural joy. Yes, notice who are you there when you are receiving all this love, all this joy and happiness. Who are you there? How do you feel? Hmm. And allow your being to keep on moving you forward in life. And many other beautiful experiences that you have had into your life as you are growing. Experiences with friends, with relatives. Just allowing yourself to open up, and recall, gently recall all those moments. Allowing all these beautiful experiences to come up into the surface, to come into your conscious awareness. Notice how does it feel to know and to become aware that you have had so many beautiful experiences into your life. And now allow yourself to feel the light of these beautiful experiences, to start moving through any any painful experience of life, allowing the light of this positivity to move through those painful experiences, allowing the energy of love, the energy of joy, the energy of natural happiness to move through all those difficulties you have experienced, to cleanse them, Allow the light of this positivity to move through all the ways that those difficult experiences had been overshadowing your present experience in life. And allow yourself to stay now connected with the present, being here now, and really allowing yourself to highlight and to connect with all the positivity that you have around right now into your life. And start with the very basic things. The very fact that you are alive and you are here now in this meeting is something very positive. That you are healthy, that you are here now, that you are a conscious being. And open up and check what else is around you that you can be grateful for. Start bring this into your awareness. And open your path from now on. What's like to move forward into your life with this way of being. Let's say that you move forward into your life from now on with this sharpness to check inside of you and around you the beauty that already exists into your life. What's like to move into your life and highlight all the beautiful experiences, all the positivity that's already around you. So allow yourself to put a bit into the background, to fade a bit all this tendency that the negativity was attracting your attention. Just fade it a bit, just move it a bit on the background. And allow your attention to move closer and closer to what is already positive around you. And start connecting all this positivity with each other. Just allow, just allow yourself to stay connected in this way. It's like putting into your eyes two lenses that can focus on the light and the positivity around you. Notice what changes into your perception as you move in life with this lens of light into your eyes. Whatever happens around you, you become aware that, yeah, whatever is happening, there is also light around me, there's also positivity around me. So let's focus in these moments. And let's start guiding myself more and more into this direction. Let's start following the light. And stay in this alignment. And you feel a beautiful path opening in front of you. Where you follow a conscious direction, where you have taken charge in a conscious way of your attention, where you feel integrated inside of you, where you have received the nectar of the positive experiences of life. Yes, so hold this image in front of you. How would you be when you'd have received and integrated the nectar of the beautiful experiences of your life? How would you look like when you'd be able to perceive naturally the positivity around you and inside of you and be able to be in tune with it? How would you be when you'd be able to be totally aware of what is right with you rather than to what is wrong with you? How would you be when you'd be able to totally embrace to what is right with you and be able to walk with it in life? Because literally, there are so many things that are already okay inside of you. So just open up to embrace all of this. What is right with you? Just hold for a moment this question inside of you. What is right with me? What is right with me? What is right with me? Open up, open up. What is right with me? So really you can keep this. You can keep this as a question into your meditations. It's something to explore from now on. To what is right with you? So allowing yourself to integrate this space, hold this image in front of you with what is right with you. Stay aligned with it. And allow this image to guide you into your path. Notice what's like to walk your life connected with what's right with you. Give this space. Give it more and more space to enter inside of you and into your life. Hold this image in front of you and inside of you. You allow it to be integrated, settled. Slowly, slowly, you can open your eyes. Here and now. So, what can we take with us as a reminder after this journey? Is that what to remember? Remember to be detached from the negativity. As we said, don't allow your awareness to be overoccupied with it. Come back to the watching state. Remember to come back. Be in the present moment. So ask yourself, who is watching it? And come back into the present moment. And start perceiving the situation with the fresh eyes of your being, with the fresh eyes of your essence into the present moment, without any other filters, without any other beliefs, without any likes or dislikes, without a point of reference in the past, but with fresh eyes here and now. Look for the positivity around you. Remember that life itself is made out of love. This is the fundamental energy of life, is love, is joy, is happiness. Our human mind distorts this reality with its beliefs, with its dislikes, with its stories, with its dramas. So if you remove that and you stay with these fresh eyes, you'll start looking at the positivity and the beauty around you. You shift and you tune in into a different vibrational field. You start realizing other things that are already there that you couldn't perceive before because your mind was occupied with these distorted thoughts, with these distorted filters. They were not allowing you to receive that. So focus and then on the positive outcome you want to achieve in life. So rather than allowing the mind to be occupied with the problems that run inside of it, shift it around. So if a problem rises, just shift it around. What would you like to be the outcome of the situation? How would you like to be? So then rather than being occupied with the problem, start being occupied with the solution. Because what's the positive intention of the problem? Of your mind actually being occupied with the problem is trying to find a solution. But if your mind stays attuned into the problematic state, it will just keep on regenerating the same problem again and again. So rather than being there, just shift it around and start occupying your attention and your awareness with the solution. How would you like to be instead? So focus in this direction. And remember, it's always one step at a time. Don't rush too far ahead. Always one step at a time. You have an outcome, you have a direction, then go towards it one step at a time. Start building the steps. Focus in this direction. What is a step that guides you closer to this direction? Maybe this step may be just in your mind, in your thinking, in your connection with yourself, with life, with others. Maybe it will be a practical step, but make a step at a time. And always keep on connecting with positive people around you. Stay aligned with positive people. Stay aligned with people that nourish this positive outcome for your life. With people that appreciate you, with people that are joyful, with people that are moving into a positive direction to their life. Just start having these people around you. Just go into this direction, because this will nourish your energy field. This will nurture your energy field and your being itself. And more beauty can come around you then. So with that being shared from my side, have a great journey into the positivity, and remember what is right with you.